welcome back to Your Own University TV. Today we're going to talk about your inspirations. What inspires you? What has your life shown you that has literally lit some fire underneath you, but maybe it scared you just a little bit because your ambition was just a little bit larger than you can see around. So we're going to talk about goals, ambition, and inspiration today. Join us at Your Own University, where you continue to discover the ultimate you. Like, subscribe, and turn on those notifications. You're not going to want to miss a bit of this. I am truly hoping that you hear this message, because I know that your life experiences and your interests and your passions create your walk in life. They are like the blueprint to what you're supposed to do, to your soul calling. They are your big life lessons that are going to map out and really draw a clear line. It might be jaded and curvy and all this, from who you think you are and who you've been told you are and all that, to living in your biggest aspirations and your dreams. So most people that I communicate with, so I'm assuming this is you too, really have a soul calling. You have something that you really want. You have this big dream, this vision. Maybe you want to create your own fashion line. Maybe you want to invent something that is pretty spectacular. Maybe you want to start a business, write a book, help save the world in one way. Maybe you're a philanthropist. Like whatever that is, like you really have this calling on your heart to do something big. However, oftentimes it's so out of your comfort zone and there's so many steps between A and Z that it seems overwhelming. So today I want to give you a clear path on how to go from inspiration and what inspiration is to aspiration and step into this in a big way. And I'm going to share some examples of my life, and I'm also going to hopefully inspire you to take action today, to take action, and tell me all about that action in the comments. What are you inspired to do? What can you tap into? What aspiration are you going to believe in a little bit more? I hope to inspire you today to say yes to your dreams. So if there's one thing that I know is, after working with so many people that have these life experiences that were just really hard and really like rip you apart, put you back together kind of stuff, right? Is that once they're back together, they have big dreams, they have big goals, because their life experiences led them through really diving into themselves. So if you have had one of those lives that have had you look back, you might call it the school of hard knocks, or you've overcome something pretty spectacular, or you have this big dream that is so big that it seems overwhelming to you. You are in the right place. This video is for you. So maybe take some notes and tell me all about it and let me know what you think. Let's dive in. Tip number one that I have for you is all the naysayers, all the people that say you can't do that, you're not qualified, this is going to be an impossible dream to accomplish. Really, I stress to you, don't listen to them, including yourself. There was many things in my life that I thought were absolutely impossible. And I love the saying that God calls, if God calls, like he's going to qualify you. You don't have to come qualified. You're in your own university of life. So you're going to pass those classes. You're going to get the training that you need. You already have the training that you need in order to step into your soul calling. You just might have to tweak a little bit so you can see how your life has mapped out your divine plan. So the first thing to do is all those naysayers, like, dismiss them, including your own self. I mean, I know I've probably beat myself up much more than anybody around me about what I can and can't do. If somebody had told me that I was gonna make an album, I would have been like, no way. Or write a course and train yoga teachers and holistic health coaches, I would have said, no way. If somebody told me that I was gonna be a doctor one day, I would have been like, well, maybe I would have said yes to that, but it seemed like a pipe dream not too many years ago, like a total pipe dream, because my life had led me down a completely different path, yet not at all completely different, if that makes any sense. So what I love to know is where's your heart? Where's your heart? Where's your heart calling you? Where do you feel inspired? So inspired means in spirit. So it's not something that somebody else outside of you is telling you to do. This big goal is most likely going to come from your own passions, your own interests, and your own in spirit, your own whoa, I really want to do that. Your own vision into your own life. So tap into that. Tip number 2, really dive in for a second and say, what is my big aspiration? What is that big dream that seems a little too big for me to bite off? That everybody around me might go, oh, I don't see you doing that, or that's a little risky, or oh, what are they gonna say? Or you might even tell yourself, oh, that's just too much work, right? What is that thing? What is that thing? Because that's what you're supposed to be doing with your life. Then step 2, claim that thing. Step 3 is leaning back just a little bit so you can see how your life has mapped out a blueprint. So this is something I call a balance you session, where we walk through your life. And if you need to put the pieces back together, we do that too at your own university. We look at your life and we say, okay, where have I been supporting this, and where have I been running away from it? Because you're gonna do both. It's how we see the beautiful dissonance of life, and it shows you all full spectrum of that life purpose. So in some cases you're going to be running away from your life purpose, and you're going to feel that. In other ways you're going to be trained exactly for it, and you're going to feel that, and you're going to use both of those experiences to call into your ideal client, your customer, your audience, the people that you're going to serve, the community that you're going to serve, the life-changing experience that you're going to have for the planet, right? Okay. So 1, 2, and 3 we have covered. Your 4th step here is to make micro goals. So to make a micro goal, the best thing to ask yourself is what do I already know, right? So we kind of already went through that. What do I already know? What resources do I already have to support this goal? 2, or this aspiration. 2, what do I need? What skills do I need to develop? Who do I need to hire? What class do I need to take? What information do I need to seek out and figure out in order to make the next step, that next inspired action to step towards this goal? And 3, who can I call? Who already can help me out? Who can join my team so you don't have to do all the work yourself? Who can believe in me? Who can back me up and say yes? So you're gonna start taking those actions, just kind of figuring out micro goals and map out. So if you have a huge goal, right? A huge goal, maybe it's to start a business, maybe it's to move across the country, maybe it is to start a family, whatever that huge goal is, what needs to happen now in order for you to learn about, maybe you need to learn about family, how to carry a baby, what you need to do in your life like that. Maybe you need to learn about patents. Maybe you need to learn about writing a book and find an editor that you really jive with and love with to join your team. Maybe you want to become a holistic health coach. And so what program are you going to look at? Starting to interview those people, hiring the right coaches, the right mentors to support you in your dream. This is truly important. So figure out what resources you have, what skills you need to develop, and who you can add to your team. The 5th and final step in this is to write down your aspiration in the clearest form as possible, right? Who you want to be, who you want to be in the world, what you're gonna see. Use all 5 senses to write down your aspiration, what it feels like, what it looks like, what it tastes like, what it smells like, who you're around when you're there, and allow that vision to start percolating. So you begin to raise your vibration to believe that you are actually stepping into your big desire and your big goal. That what you want, that big, oh my gosh, it cannot happen, can actually happen. We start trying it on. It begins as that inspiration, it begins as that idea, and then you'll start wearing it and owning it as who you are. Then you'll start feeling it and walking into those goals and aspirations, one goal at a time, one bite at a time, right? You can't eat, that's the guinea pig. You can't eat an elephant, you know, out one big bite, like one bite at a time. I don't know why they use elephant for that. That's like really stupid. Like you can't eat a cow. I don't know. You can't eat a head of lettuce. So I don't know. But you understand what I'm talking about. So take those micro goals and break them into those 3 categories, and then affirm, 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 affirm that you are born to step into your big aspiration, your big goal. All right? So I want to know what your big aspiration is. I want to know what it feels like to you and the next step that you are going to take to say yes to it. Comment below. Thank you so much for joining Your Own University. Check us out at yourownuniversity.com. If you like this video, give us a thumbs up and subscribe. Turn on those notifications so you don't miss an episode. And talk to you next time.